The main witness in a love triangle murder trial testified for the prosecution in exchange for a less serious charge in the case.
Charles Beltran is one of 3 defendants charged in connection with the murder of Marisela Botello. The woman on trial for stabbing Botello to death is Lisa Dykes. Today, Beltran described his connection to her and another defendant, Nina Morano, and he described the cover-up that followed the murder. Fox 4's Alex Boyer in court for the testimony, but live with us now. Alex.
Hey guys, pretty interesting circumstances here. You have the state's star witness, who is, of course, also a co-defendant in this case. You know, Charles Beltran spent basically all day on the witness stand testifying as to what he says happened in the early morning hours of October 5th, 2020.
We're just out there smoking a cigarette, talking to each other, and Marisela just walks by.
Charles Beltran, one of 3 people charged in connection to the murder of 23-year-old Marisela Botello in October of 2020, testified for the prosecution with his version of what happened. Beltran told the jury he met Botello outside of a club, took her back to the Mesquite home he shared with Lisa Dykes and Nina Morano. They had sex and fell asleep.
It's just from all the movement going on in the bed. That's when I wake up and I see Lisa on top of her.
What is she doing?
She's like with the knife coming down like this.
Beltran said he tried to push Dykes off of Botello, but both rolled off the bed and continued to struggle.
And I looked towards Lisa and I grabbed Lisa and I pinned her to the wall and I'm like, what the F are you doing, you know? And she's like, I told you not to bring any more girls over here.
Prosecutors say Beltran had a sexual relationship with Dykes and Morano, the 3rd defendant in this case. That, according to the state, is part of the reason Dykes attacked Botello, who was visiting from Seattle in a jealous rage.
Lifeless, like gone. Just blood all over her. Like I didn't know what to do.
Beltran, who is a convicted felon, testified that he initially told Dykes they had to call 911, but she told him not to.
I'm like, well, you need to figure this out.
Beltran said Dykes told him to get Morano, who had been asleep in the other room, and Beltran took off in his car. Days later, he says he got a call from Dykes to come back home.
Spotless. Like nothing ever happened.
Prosecutors maintain that Dykes and Morano disposed of Botello's body in Wilmer, where her remains were found months later. Beltran talked about the time between October 5th, 2020, and when he was ultimately arrested in Utah in March of 2021. He said Dykes and Morano paid for him to live in several states across the country. He even stayed in Mexico for a few weeks. Beltran said he never called police because the duo promised they were going to find a way to clear his name, and Morano also said she would give him money for his silence.
They were going to go their way. I was going to go my way, and that was the plan.
On cross-examination, defense attorney Heath Harris tried to paint Beltran as a compulsive liar who would say anything to save his own skin.
My question to you is, you know they're going to dismiss your murder case, right? As long as they believe you testify the truth, correct?
Yes, sir.
And Beltran has pled guilty to a lesser count of tampering with evidence. We did learn this afternoon that the state has indeed dropped the murder charge against him. Now, the state is expected to rest its case on Monday. Then the defense is expected to call Lisa Dykes to testify in her own defense. Back to you.
Okay, Alex Boyer, thank you very much.